What's up, guys? Today I've got a pretty interesting video. We are going to be taking a look at all of the map changes that we have seen from yesterday's update. So you guys know yesterday a new version came out and we actually had quite a few different changes to the map. A lot of them are pretty small and a lot of you guys may not have noticed them, but I like keeping track of this stuff. There's definitely kind of a storyline developing here, and I definitely wanted to mention it to you guys. So first up, we've got the Dusty Divot, dude. This thing is starting to look a little bit less dusty. You guys can see we're starting to get a ton of grass in here. We were starting to get a little grass before, but we've got a ton of grass now, and we're starting to get trees, which is kind of interesting. We've got all kinds of growth and stuff happening. So, I mean, when you look at it from an aerial perspective, I think over time this thing is going to start growing back a little bit. Nature's going to start taking it back. We may see the rebuild of the old Dusty Depot warehouses, and I don't know, the little factory area, could that end up coming back? I'm not sure. The little factory that used to be like right here that everybody loved. I don't know. It should be interesting, but yeah, the divot as a whole is changing, and the actual meteor is changing as well. So if we go down in the main building here, you guys will see this thing is now glowing. It was not glowing before, which is really interesting. We've also got this device in there, which looks like it may have already been in the meteor. I don't know if they implanted this to try to open it up, but I definitely think that this was in the meteor. It was in the core of the meteor, and we're trying to get it out. So we don't really know for sure what this thing is yet. Can we go down into it? Can kind of see it a little bit. We don't know exactly what this is, but it's really interesting. Obviously, something's going to be happening with this meteor, man. It's starting to glow. A little bit concerning. I'm not sure what's going to come out of this, but there's been a lot of crazy theories out there. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But we definitely made some big headway on this thing this week. Next up, we've got changes to a couple of craters. So over here at the Fatal Fields crater, you guys can see the trucks are on the way out. They picked up all the hop rocks. The hop rocks are now in the back of the truck, kind of like they used to be at Tilted. I guess they're not showing up here in theater mode, but they're definitely there. And like the semi used to be parked over here with the back door open to a chest, and this car used to have a chest on it and stuff. There's still chests that are spawning here, but these guys are definitely heading out. They've kind of gathered all of the metal from the meteor. They've gathered all the hop rocks, and they're going to be taking it over towards Omega's base. Now we've got to go way over on the other side of the map pretty much. We're going from the bottom left to the very top right. Risky Reels has a change to its divot as well. This one's kind of interesting. And again, it feeds into that, like we're kind of growing and things are coming back to normal. Look at this. The divot is fixed. They've got dump trucks out here throwing dirt in there, and it's essentially gone now. It's not really much of a divot anymore. So I would expect that eventually they're going to start cleaning some of these cars up. They're going to fix the movie board. And yeah, this is pretty cool. So I think a lot of the divots around the map are probably going to end up looking like this. Construction is going on, it's happening, and as the weeks go on, it's going to keep looking better and better. Now, we also have some new movies on the board here, the SNL Drive-In Theater. We've got Dusty Impact, The Hills Are Haunted, and The Cabin in the Wailing Woods. So that's kind of interesting. Those have changed every single week. Always kind of funny. But yeah, you guys can see the convoy is heading out. They've got the hop rocks. They've got the metal. And big things are happening. Something's happening. Whatever this group is right here, something is happening. Now, if we go over here back behind Haunted House, this is the really interesting one, okay? So you guys can see we've got the car tipped over here. We've got the truck tipped over here. There's still a chest in it. That's kind of cool. We've got a couple of chests on the ground. All this stuff is kind of like strewn all over the place. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like this was intentional. And all the hop rocks are actually gone. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if somebody came and took them. I don't know if that giant T-Rex footprint we saw over in the corner, there's like a T-Rex that came and flipped some cars over. Obviously, that's not the case. But yeah, there appears to be some sort, my best guess would be some sort of a heist or something like that, I think went down here. Something is in disarray. Something's not right. So we're going to have to wait and find out what happens here. But the interesting part is this is that same company. So there are more than one group of people that are looking for these hop rocks. Now, talking about Omega, we actually have a new poster of him over at the Haunted House Mansion. I didn't see this one for myself. Credit to Loot Lake on Twitter. They found this. I saw him post about it. But you guys can see we've got an Omega poster in here. And then there's also a Carbide poster over on the Salty Springs Mountain. So I don't know what these are for. Loot Lake said it's probably for a like week 6 challenge or something like that, which I could totally see, but kind of interesting for sure. Also, side note, I don't know if these things mean anything, but I saw more of these when I was going into the house right there. These little like tree root things are popping up all over the place, and we haven't really seen those before. At first, I thought they were the mushrooms, because we got the mushroom announcement that we were going to start getting mushrooms, and I started looking in forest for mushrooms and couldn't find them, but I found a lot of these. So I don't know what these do. I don't know if they're going to keep growing or not, but it's kind of weird. Like the ground is kind of being uprooted in a sense. I don't know. They're a little weird looking, so I'll have to wait and see what these lead to. We also have a slight change over at the school. So I guess the hop rocks are actually coming through here again. I think Omega might be trying to get these rocks. Now, Omega's symbol is not this circle symbol, so I can't tell if he's working with them or paying them off or if they're enemies or what. But you guys can see we've got a truck full of metal as well as hop rocks. Again, the hop rocks don't show up here in theater mode. But this group is, I'm assuming this is the ones from Tilted. They drove down this street through here. And if you look, they're taking a right, so they're going to be going this way. If they keep following this road, they're going to be going over towards Snobby Shores, aka right next to Omega's secret base. So I don't know. It looks like Omega is trying to do something with all of these hop rocks, and he might be up to no good. Now, finally, last but not least, we are going to head on over to Loot Lake. This last one, I'm sure most of you guys know it's actually a part of a new challenge, but I wanted to cover it anyway. That's why I saved it for last, since it's the least interesting out of everything. There's a new kind of like rave dance floor in here. It's an Easter egg. It's really cool. If you get 4 people on each of these platforms, 1 on each, then you're going to raise this disco ball up to the ceiling. It does like a cool little celebration ceremony, and you get a week 5 challenge complete. So there you guys have it. Really nothing too crazy this week, but I like all the little attention to detail they're doing, and I'm excited to see this continue to unfold. See more of these divots kind of filled in, see the dusty divot grow and kind of prosper and that sort of thing, and just see what happens next with Omega and all of his hop rocks. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.